Now, the heat wave scorching parts of Europe has shown clear signals of moving rapidly into the United Kingdom. Now, a new report highlights how the climate crisis is increasing the severity of drought in at least 10 of the world's major cities. It says that London too could soon be hit by a severe water crisis. The 10 cities mentioned in the report by Christian include Sydney, Phoenix, Beijing, New Delhi and London. It says that the dangers of city droughts are only set to get worse without action to address climate change. The British Environment Agency has warned that within 25 years, London and southeast England could run out of water. The cost of a severe drought to London's economy is estimated to be $423 million per day. The report warns that the high estimated cost would have severe economic, social and environmental consequences. The Environment Agency has also said that by 2050, some rivers will see 50% to 80% less water during the summer months. The ongoing heat wave is to be blamed for this. Deadly heat waves in Europe, Asia and the Americas have broken records going back to decades. More than 100 million people are under a severe heat warning in the United States. China recorded its highest temperatures ever, hitting 52.2 degrees Celsius. And despite water covering more than 70% of the Earth's surface, only 3% of the world's water is suitable for drinking. Of this fresh water, 70% is locked in glaciers and ice caps. Less than 0.01% of all fresh water worldwide is available for humans to use from lakes, rivers and reservoirs. The report's analysis shows that global water usage grew at more than twice the rate of population growth over the course of the 20th century. In 2018, after an extended drought, Cape Town in South Africa came within days of becoming the first major city in the world to run out of water. Quote-unquote, day zero was prevented after emergency measures were taken to cut the city's water usage by almost 50%. According to the UN, lower-income city residents pay up to 50 times more than a litre of water than their wealthier neighbours because they often have to buy from private vendors. Cities in poorer countries are also far more vulnerable than those in the richer countries, as they have fewer resources to adapt to the water shortages. So without action to cut emissions and better management of freshwater resources, the report warns that the effect will be felt acutely, especially by economically weaker sections of our society. Now, to understand the crisis a little better, we spoke to Joe Ware, who is a senior climate journalist at Christian Aid. He spoke at length about all the problems London is currently facing.
It's a few years ago, Cape Town was the first city in the world that almost ran completely out of water because of a huge drought. And amazingly, this is now becoming more common in other cities. London is one of them, which is a surprise to many people in Britain that are used to lots of rainfall. But even in London, we're having big water shortages. And the forecast is that as global temperatures increase, those water shortages are going to become more common. And we're going to have more droughts, even in the UK. But Delhi and other Indian cities have already experienced this with huge heat waves and shortages of water. We have cities in America, particularly New York and also Phoenix in Arizona, which is in the middle of a desert, that is extremely short of water and has to constantly manage its water resources in order to get enough water to everybody that needs it. But it's often a bigger problem in developing countries where they don't have the infrastructure to supply water to everyone that needs it. And so that's why climate change that is causing this problem is a particular problem in countries with more vulnerable populations that don't always have the financial resources to deal with those impacts.